Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I really hope you're having an awesome day. Don't let politics let you down. So take a day off, so watch this video, turn your phone off, spend time with your family. First of all, let's just have a little chat or look at Poilievre and Trudeau. Well, not Trudeau. I just want to listen to Poilievre because Trudeau doesn't answer anything. So let's have a listen to Poilievre asking Trudeau how much did he borrow to prop up the economy. Well, it's not propped up, is it? It's that F word thing. Yeah. Let's have a listen.
Of excuses and inflationary debt and taxes, food prices and mortgage prices are raging out of control. In fact, mortgage payments are up 150%. When the government borrows money, competes with Canadians for their mortgage rates, it drives up the cost of lending. So will the Prime Minister tell Canadians how much will his government borrow this year?
Okay, just so you know, he never answered that question. He just did some blabble, 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 blah, 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 blah. Let's ask the question again, Pierre. Go on, let's ask it again.
The question was how much? You see, when the government borrows billions of dollars out of the economy, it bids up interest rates. Those interest rates have already ballooned faster under this Prime Minister than under any other in monetary history. So once again, how much, and how much will this government borrow from the economy this year? Just the number, please.
Just so you don't have to go through the garbage that I just listened to, he never answered the question. He said, we're working for Canadians. He's not. No. Let's ask the question again, Pierre. Come on, one more time.
The bond agencies he brags about were the same ones who were charged because they falsely claimed the subprime crisis would never happen in the United States of America. Canadian households, after 8 years of this Prime Minister, are more indebted than any other country in the entire G7. And interest rates have gone up faster than at any time in monetary history after 8 years of this Prime Minister. All of this is driven by his massive addiction to borrowing. So the average barber or waitress knows how much they borrow. Does the Prime Minister, who's the head of a $500 billion government, even know how much he's borrowing out of the country this year?
And demonize them all he likes, but we will keep being there for Canadians, grounded in the facts.
Yeah, you see, we're working for Canadians. So here's what Pierre has to say back to him.
Even tell us the facts.
That's right.
Because he doesn't even know the facts. Exactly. This is a man who is going to borrow $421 billion this year. If the government bought 421 billion apples, the price of apples would go up. When they borrow $421 billion, the price of debt goes up in higher interest rates. That's why Canadians are paying 150% more on their mortgages. How much will this government force Canadians to spend on national debt interest this year?
This drama teacher is in charge of the second biggest continent in the whole world. How did that happen? How did that happen? Let's go to the comments. Just before we start the comments, I just want to say thanks to everybody who's supported the channel. We're now at 1,300 subscribers. That is amazing for 6 months in. You guys are awesome. Let's get on with the comments. New House Speaker bias shines bright in his answer to Melissa Lantsman. This was pretty eye-opening for me as well. When I looked into the background of this guy, I totally forgot that he was one of the trucker convoy against the trucker convoy people. Yeah, it doesn't lie well with everybody who's watching Parliament at the moment and seeing what's going on. So Callan says,
a sub-prime minister that's a clown and a parliament that's a joke. Why would anyone take Canada seriously? We're not a serious country, judging by our elected leaders and useless policies.
Clown face. Yeah, it's the people who we elect and we put in these positions. It's just ridiculous. I got a comment here from Safe Space Cafe. big channel, to be honest. Really big channel. Really glad that they came along and they put a comment on. And he said,
Prices will go up when oil does.
when oil goes up, prices go up. I actually answered that comment. I don't understand why the government doesn't even see that. Chan Fei says,
We wouldn't expect any different considering the way Trudeau winked and gave him the tongue.
Terry says,
Chrystia Freeland, Canada's Minister of Finance, is still active on the board of directors for the WEF. Canada's public inquiry needs to be investigating the World Economic Forum foreign interference threat to our government and to our entire corporate-controlled public information mainstream media system. Who disagrees with that?
it's not as much as what they say. It's a lot of what they don't say, which is crazy. Wayne says,
Rotter is probably making room under the bus for Fergus once his usefulness has been used up, yeah.
there's some great memes of the bus running over Rotter. And now, obviously, this guy's going to be in line. He might actually be just totally in line with Trudeau. Here's one of two comments we're going to look at today from Brian.
Laugh out loud, like anything is going to change. But I just got an email from Rempel. It seems our new House Speaker made a controversial decision, stroke inquiry regarding one of Trudeau's trips to Montana, regarding the money spent.
Yeah, he spent $250,000 on going on a skiing trip. We do have mountains in Canada, don't we? PT4685 says,
He speaks French 99% of the time too. That's annoying AF.
Melissa asked the question in English and he answered in French, which, yeah, that's annoying. People doing that is annoying. So let's move on to Trudeau's war on free speech is shocking. Sheila Gunn explains. You know who she is. You know who she works for. Great lady. Awesome programming. Great. I watch it all the time. I like Menzoid. I think he's such a brave guy. Who's your favourite person on there? I actually had to redo this because I said the name. Just leaves a comment. Mark Jolin says,
Laugh out loud. Your phone lost interest when you said Justin Trudeau promised.
yeah, my phone, I had a cable on the phone and he was quite a tough cable and he kept sliding the phone over. I'm like, no, stop it. I left it on. It was quite funny, I thought. This is the second comment from Brian. This is a long comment, but it's really well worth putting into this. So Brian said,
I actually met Sheila in the northern Alberta city of Grand Prairie. Very level-headed lady. Her husband also works in the patch. This is a very slippery, dangerous slope we're heading down. The government hates independent news organisations. They want us all to only see and hear what they want us to see and hear, period. Truth be damned. They don't like the fact that channels like yours don't depend on government handouts to survive. Basically, the feds can't control places like News, the Counter Signal, True North, etc., and of course smaller ones such as yourself. People are really starting to listen to people like you. The feds hate this. Very much people like you expose too much. It makes people think. They don't want independent thought, so the next best thing is to regulate it or simply shut it down. If this government keeps going the way they are going, ramming things down our throats, EVs, carbon tax, the Alphabet Soup Club, climate change, it won't be long before they start dictating what we wear, eat and live. Trust me, that's the plan. All of us fall in line or else. Yes, this is a very dangerous slope we are on here.
thanks, Brian. Brian actually had to write that twice because first time, I think because he put our news in full, it got blocked. It never went through. He had to do it again and take one of the words out so it would go through. That's what we're thinking anyway. Trudeau paid WF to validate this tax on Canadians. He did. Fake it good. He paid them, I think, was it 22 million to make a really good agenda for having carbon tax for us guys. This is a tax that he wanted to bring onto us because he thinks it's going to cure carbon whatever. He gets somebody else to create the issue. You can't make this stuff up, guys. JR said,
Thank you for all your time and efforts in keeping us informed on very important issues in Canada. You are appreciated. Thank you.
So Deborah Graham said,
That's the government for you, having Freeland on the board. Be glad when they leave.
They won't leave, Deborah. We will have to vote them out. There is no way in the world they're just going to leave. We're going to have to force them out, because Singh isn't going to do it. He wants his $22 million lifetime pension. That's what he wants for working 6 years. Wish I got that. 6 years and you get $22 million. And with that, go get your dinner. Have a great day. See you during the week. Cheers, guys.